Are you worried that AI is coming for your sales job? Think again. In this episode of Two Tall Guys Talking Sales, Kevin and Sean reveal why AI isn't here to replace salespeople. It's here to make them unstoppable. From writing flawless emails with AI-powered tools to using automation to reclaim precious hours in your day, they'll show you exactly how to sharpen your edge in a competitive market. Stay tuned as they break down practical ways to leverage AI, boost productivity, and ensure you're the one closing deals, while the competition gets left behind.
How many people think that they need to have more time in their day? How many people think that they need to be more productive? If you're listening to this podcast, you're probably trying to get smarter in sales. So you're probably also trying to figure out how to work better as a sales manager, how to work better as the CEO of a sales organization, how to work better as a salesperson, an individual contributor. And we try to bounce between those topics back and forth. A topic that comes up a lot in the news daily, hourly, is artificial intelligence. And I have received, and Kevin, I think you've received this question before from some of the sales reps you manage. What's my future in this industry with AI? Am I going to be replaced? And I guarantee you can find articles on the web. Do a search right now. You can find articles on the web that talk about being replaced in their industry. And you can hear about people saying salespeople will be replaced as well. I'm going to tell you right now, that's not true. You are not going to be replaced by AI. What you're going to be replaced with is a salesperson using AI. You are going to be replaced because you didn't make your quota. Simple as that. You didn't make your quota as a salesperson, you didn't make your quota as a sales manager, and you didn't make your quota as the owner of the company. Your company went out of business because all the other companies in the area, all of your competitors were using AI to be more effective, be more productive, and they beat you. And they took the orders away from you and you went out of business. That's a scary thought. So let's not do that. So do you remember early in your life? Maybe not. Maybe you're too young to remember this. When you had a garage door in your house, but you didn't have an automatic garage door opener. So I'm old. My role when I was a young buck was I opened the garage door and my mom or dad drove out into the driveway. And then I closed the garage door and I locked it and I got in the car. I was the automatic garage door opener. That was my job. When we came home from the grocery store, we came home from church or school or wherever, they pulled into the driveway. I hopped up. Didn't matter if it was raining. Didn't matter if it was snowing. Didn't matter what it was like outside. I hopped out, ran up, unlocked the garage door, lifted it, and then they drove in, turned off the car, and then I dropped the garage door. I made the garage door come down. Now, that's a process. That is a work process. That work process was replaced. I wasn't replaced, thankfully, but that work process was replaced with this new thing. I could hit a button in my car and the garage door went up. And then the people drove in or drove out and hit the button again and the garage door went down. That's a change in work process because there was a new tool available to us to change that process. Every process with a new tool gets changed back to life. So we have new tools. And if you've ever tried to look at your emails that you sent to that really good prospect and you wanted to be really impressive, and then he casually mentioned after he received it, yeah, you wrote "and." You at the end of a sentence looked like you wrote "and," then begin the next sentence, you wrote "and" again. Or do you know that you had 48 words in your sentence when you could have done it with 4 sentences with 12 words, but you had one really long sentence and I couldn't understand what you were writing because it was just confusing. It was long, it was complicated, had 3 different nouns. I know everybody hates we're talking about nouns and verbs and all the other stuff. So the old process of trying to make sure that your emails are easily read is for you to read them and make sure they're really good. The new process is to use artificial intelligence and to use Grammarly, my favorite tool on the planet for artificial intelligence. Everybody should be a subscriber to it, in my opinion. You write, and Grammarly tells you, you did that wrong. But I'm going to be so nice. I'm going to offer to give you the changes, the suggested changes, because I think this is a better way to say what you just said. You have an AI big brother looking over your shoulder, helping you be more productive, writing fast and correcting it along the way. In fact, I use Grammarly so much that every week Grammarly sends me a report, tells me all the mistakes I made, categorizes those mistakes for me. And the one it likes to talk about is I don't put commas in my sentences anymore. And I tell Grammarly all the time, whenever I'm reading the email, I look at it and I go, you don't understand. I don't put commas in my sentence because I know you will. I don't need to worry about where that comma is on my keyboard because Grammarly will take care of that. I don't need to do it. And I can type faster because I can just do it better. And I'm not a great typist. I'm not the fastest typist in the world. But I can just type and Grammarly will take care of all my mistakes. They'll just make sure that it's a very well-read email. Because the reality is your client, your customer, your prospect doesn't care that how you have a well-written, well-communicated message to him. All he cares about is that it is well-read. You don't get dinged for great grammar, but you might get dinged for bad grammar. So use a tool, use AI. Kevin, I've talked a lot about tools and processes and AI. What am I missing?
I think that when you said I'm old and I was the garage door opener, the sneaky suspicion in my mind is that you were probably also the automatic channel changer on the TV as well.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. Boy,
So,
channel 15.
well, UHF and VHF. So all kidding aside, though, the value of AI in the marketplace for salespeople is not just writing. Here's a use case. I don't want to get into what tools to use because by the time we publish this episode, there will be another or a newer or a bigger, badder, faster, stronger tool available. But for those of you who have to create a lot of presentations, now, I'm not talking about death by PowerPoint. I'm talking about you need to create a capabilities deck that is tied directly to a specific customer for their use case, their problem solving. Because you're a good salesperson or sales leader and you require agendas for every meeting, you can take an outline, upload it to a tool like Canva or some sort of creative tool of sorts, and say, please use this outline and create an agenda as well as a presentation for this topic and use my brand standards. Because marketing has sent you the brand standards and you're a good steward of all the marketing assets, you've got those loaded, you're going to use them, and it's going to, in about 3 seconds, create a outline-based presentation. That's valuable for you as a time saver. But let that sink in for a minute. If it didn't take you 20 minutes to create a presentation, let alone 2 hours to create a presentation, but it gave you the framework and got you from a blank piece of paper to a well-started presentation, you've just saved a ton of time. Do that 20 times this year for prospects so you can think about the prospect, not the background color and the hexadecimal coloration that you need to use. That's a huge value in time savings for you. Better yet, have a template where you're consistently using the same template over and over to be able to, in Vistage they call it talk a person, but to have a plan and a methodology for delivering presentations. Hey, are your presentations not going well? Are you not conveying your concepts? You've got the standard that you can adjust. Just like a sales process, when you're abiding by a process with tools that are AI enabled, you can better adjust to them or to the customer's needs for that matter. You can become a better salesperson by weaponizing your tools. The adage goes back to chopping down a cherry tree, right? How long are you going to spend chopping it down? I'll spend most of my time sharpening the axe. AI is your axe. Spend time sharpening those skills and developing them. It'll make you a better salesperson. Now, that's a lot of analogies to throw at you, but the core takeaway here, whether you're a salesperson or a sales leader, is invest in that AI learning skill. If you don't know about AI for sales, to Sean's point earlier, AI is not here to take your job. We're not trying to usher out salespeople in droves and decrease the total headcount in the profession. AI is there as a tool that we can all utilize to become better salespeople. There's a neat, when I was talking to a chief revenue officer, and her approach to using AI personally started before professionally. She wanted to test it personally. She found this neat tool that takes her to-do items and moves them around her calendar if they're not done. It auto-magically says, oh, this task is due. It's not done yet. I'm going to find the next slot available on your calendar to plug this in. That kind of movement allows you to not only get everything done, but to also have something automatically move around when you need it to be. So you don't have to spend the 2 minutes going, when can I get this done? Oh, that's not done yet. These are time savers. So AI, if you're a salesperson who's looking for more time in your day, let's leverage AI just to get more time for your day. right? That's the whole reason things like autonomous driving and taxis and trains happen, so people could work on their commute. That's how they're gaining time in their day. That's the 1970s, 80s, and 90s version of time management. Outsource part of your day to get more done in your day. AI is now that new steward of your time to get you more value back in your day.
Great analogies, great conversation there. Thank you very much, Kevin. And I'm going to just dig into that a little bit more. Use the best tools available that you possibly can use. Dig into using AI. Now, I'm not saying go be an AI expert. If you want to do that's fine. Do it on your personal time. Figure out how to use AI, figure out how to solve a problem on your personal time so that you are ready to go on your business time. You don't screw up when you are delivering in front of customers and you're delivering to the people that you need to do that. Be professional in that. But don't be afraid of AI. Never be afraid of a new tool. Being afraid of AI is like being afraid of Microsoft Word instead of a typewriter. Yeah, there probably were people back then. I don't remember that, but there were probably people back there that were afraid of Microsoft Word. There are probably people who were afraid of Microsoft Excel spreadsheets instead of those tablets that we used to write on. It's okay. Don't be afraid. It's a tool. Find better tools. Find sharper tools. Find faster tools. I'm reminded of a old TV show, and Tim Allen used to make this weird sound that I'm not going to try to make into the microphone, but I know you know what it is. And he used to talk about putting bigger power, bigger engines, bigger motors on top of his leaf blower or whatever it was. Tool time with Tim Allen. So find bigger, more powerful tools that are going to make you more productive. One of those tools that every salesperson, every sales manager, every sales leader, every company owner should have as part of their list of things that they do is a CRM system. And every CRM should have AI integrated into it, or at the very least, should be communicating to its customers about what their next version is going to be that's going to include AI. Because if they're not, then you need a new CRM. Your CRM is how you take care of your customers. It's how you communicate to your customers. It's how you make sure that their orders are being processed correctly, that they're integrated into your ERP system. Your CRM is going to keep you more productive. It's the tool that most of us use more than any other tool that has the potential to really move the needle on our revenue. AI and CRM are just built together, and they need to work together. They need to have a plan. And if your CRM system doesn't have AI, go to their website, make sure they have a plan. If they don't have a plan, then you need a plan on a new CRM system. You need a plan on how your CRM can use artificial intelligence to be more productive, to get your job done better. If you don't know how to do that, if you're struggling with using AI within CRM, if you're struggling with a CRM that just doesn't seem to have an AI future, that's easy to solve. It really is. All you got to do is make an appointment with me or Kevin and say, guys, I need help. I don't know how to do this. My CRM was built in the dark ages and it's going to stay in the dark ages. I need help. Can you advise me? Can you take a look at my needs, my processes, my company, my product that I sell, the customers I sell to? And can you give me some advice on some CRM updates, some CRM changes, some CRM go forward strategy? Yes, we can. We do this all the time. Now, we're not going to look at all 320 CRMs that are on the market, and there's going to be 10 more next week, so it's 330 next week. We're not going to go through every single one of them for you, but we're going to give you some suggestions, some ideas on how to use AI within your CRM system, and we're going to give you some suggestions on how to choose a CRM system with AI. Kevin, we have just a couple minutes left. Any thoughts that you want to leave the crew?
A couple of things. Get started. And I love your advice. Try it personally before professionally. And as you're on-ramping professionally, add in Grammarly. Don't wait on that. Just please. I was a slow adopter there. I wish I'd been an early adopter because I was the one who made the email errors. And it's so embarrassing and it's so avoidable. So as a sales leader, help your team do the simple things well. If you want to stand out in a crowd as a sales leader or a salesperson, doing the simple things well, removing mediocrity from your organization is a key initiative. Where are you mediocre? What can AI do to help you cross that bridge to excellence? Simple follow-up. Simple standards, measured and managed well, will return quota-busting performance of a team.
Thank you very much. Great concept. Go get started. As soon as you hang up, do something with AI. Go find something, go play with it, go look at it. But right now, if you're driving, drive safe. If you're sitting at your desk listening to this, that's great. Get back to work. If you're working out, push it. Go a little harder. Go a little faster. You can do it. Lift a little bit lower. Thank you very much. Have a great day. See you next Tuesday, 4:30, when we drop our next episode. Thank you. Bye.
What a great episode, Sean and Kevin. One of the biggest takeaways today was how AI can completely transform the way salespeople create and deliver presentations. Instead of spending hours building decks from scratch, AI-powered tools can generate an outline-based presentation in seconds, saving you time and allowing you to focus on what really matters, connecting with your prospects and closing deals. If you're still manually crafting every slide, you're missing out on a huge efficiency boost. And don't forget the significant actionable item from this episode. Start using AI today. Whether it's automating your writing with Grammarly, letting AI manage your calendar, or leveraging AI-driven insights in your CRM, the key is to begin now. Don't let this become just another good idea that gets lost in the daily grind. Pick one AI tool and start experimenting before you forget. If you ever need help with sales, sales management, or scaling your company, Sean and Kevin are here to help. Their contact details are in the show notes, and while you're there, take a quick assessment to see how your company or sales team stacks up. It's a great way to identify areas for improvement and unlock new sales opportunities. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Two Tall Guys Talking Sales on your favorite podcast player, so you never miss an episode filled with actionable sales insights. Until next Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, happy selling!